Shalom. We're Michal and Ro'ee. We're the Community Shlichim, and we're here today to talk about the portion of the week, which is
Beha'alotecha. So this week's Parsha talks about many issues, but we would like to talk about a small issue that is happening in the Parsha. It's the story about Eldad Umeidad, and from that story we can learn about new leadership, about Moses' leadership, and we learned about how to challenge the existing leadership but still be open to other things.
and we're hoping that can be a nice lesson for us in our modern society, and how that can, and how, what we can learn from leadership and dialogue and democracy.
Right, so the story starts a little bit earlier in the Parsha when the people of Israel, the Israelites, are complaining, but this time there is not really any reason for complaining. They're just complaining. And God's reaction is also, it's not something surprising. He is very upset, he's very mad, as usual. But what's new here is that also Moses is upset. What Moses asks from God is to get some help, because he can't carry this burden on himself for so long. So he asks God to help him, give him helpers to be leaders of the Israelites.
And to share responsibility
And to share responsibility, but also to share the power of the prophecy. So God agrees, and he tells Moshe, no problem. He tells Moses, take 70 people, the smartest, the oldest from the Israelites, and go and train them to be leaders. And actually, the sages tell us that this training includes taking some of Moses' power and putting into the 70 elderly people. His power is being divided, and the power of the prophecy is coming through Moses. It's not a direct prophecy from God, it's through Moses. Meanwhile, inside the camp, we have two men that we never heard about before, Eldad Umeidad, and we are told that they are getting prophets inside the camp. Right? They're not out of the 70 chosen people, they're inside the camp, but they still get the prophecy. And the sages are teaching us, they're telling us that their prophecy is straight from God. It's not through the help or the connection that Moses is doing.
And maybe to say that, maybe the first lesson or thing to consider is what is the resource of power that each of us have. I mean, it can be a formal one, as Moses choose those, but it also can be like an informal, someone who have the, charisma, or has something which is special that helps him be a leader or be a prophet in that case.
Also, Joshua, son of Nun, is coming outside, and he tells Moses, did you hear that horrible thing that two men that are not chosen are getting prophecy from God? Let's lock them up. So if we look at Joshua's reaction to this thing that is happening, what can we see about him?
Mostly you can see that, it's someone who is very strict to the laws and regulation, very bureaucracy in his kind of way of thinking. Hard for him to think outside the box and to understand there is different ways that we can create that leadership and accept other ways to behave and to lead.
Right. Joshua is the perfect example, the classic example, you can say, of the person inside the system that doesn't want to hear the different voices, that only knows one way, and that's the way he wants to go. But the most amazing thing in the story is Moses' reaction, because Moses said to Joshua, are you wrought up on my account? With that all the Lord's people were prophets, that the Lord put his spirit upon them. Meaning, Moses understands Joshua's reaction, and he tells them, are you jealous for me? I like it that you protect me, but I wish that all the Israelites had the power to be prophets. I think that Moses' legacy to us from that portion of the week is that it's good to have many voices. It's good to be open to other opinions and not to be afraid from different kind of ways to look at things.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.